3 a.m. and I'm gonna become an official Ironman today. Feeling pretty good, feeling not really nervous just yet. It'll be probably more real when we get to the start race. So I'm just going through my routine, listening, doing my breathing, listening to some motivational speaking on my phone by this guy here. Listen to this. Just talks about being hurt and going through pain and how you have to go through pain to succeed. I'm holding on to my special crystal here, special rock which gives me strength and power. I'm going to go upstairs, have some toast, some peanut butter, some jam, some banana, and we'll get going.
Look at your big support crew. This is it. And then there's the waiting game for another 3 hours.
Are you gonna suss your competition?
Nah, it's me against me, bro.
When it was the lining up time, almost getting ready, and they were announcing, Ironman, 10th year anniversary, Cairns, here we are, age groupers, getting ready. The pros had already gone out. Still wasn't really nervous at that point, but when they started, bang, first people who were out started the race, then it kind of got a little bit more real for me, and my heart, I just had to breathe, and I was probably 5-6 people rows behind, or even 10 and just watching those other people get in the water got me more anxious. I just wanted to get in there and start the swim. Started the swim, swam out, felt really good, had one of the best swims ever in terms of hit a PB, and it was not too choppy compared to, my attempt in Melbourne, that swim was absolutely horrific. That was more of a survival game for me, back in December in Melbourne. It was huge waves, came out of the water, and everyone was kind of like walking out of the water, and I was like, man, we're in a race, like, let's go. We're in a race, baby. So I ran through, got my bike, like, man, I'm riding my bike out, let's go, baby. Got on the bike and felt awesome. Honestly, had a really, really good ride. I passed, I reckon 100 people on the bike. And I was like, man, these guys are racing. I'm going hard. Like, I was enjoying it, and I knew that the first part of the bike, I had a tailwind behind me, so I freewheeled down some of the hills, because I was already going 55, 60k an hour, so what was the point in exerting more energy? So I just freewheeled down there. Oh, what actually happened was I had a mechanical on the first lap, and my chain fell off, and oh man, it sucked. So I had to get off my bike, and my mechanic had installed like a catcher so the chain wouldn't fall off, and so my chain actually went behind the catcher that he installed. I had to turn the bike around and literally rip the chain out. So during this time I just had to focus and breathe, and the bikes were going past me, and I was getting frustrated, but I had to focus on the job at hand, and I pushed the catcher in and pulled the chain, and luckily it actually came out and I was able to put it back on within, 60 seconds. Then I got back on my bike and tried to make up time instead of freewheeling down the hill. I just pedaled down the hill to get more speed. I felt in my head, I was like, oh wow, I've got to go and do that all again, do another lap. Anyway, so I went and did the next lap. Got to the hill again and my chain fell off again. So for the second time, I had another mechanical and I was just getting so frustrated with it. Anyway, luckily this one was quicker than the first one that I had. Rode, again, past all the people that passed me, came back, and I was sitting on, in the headwind, I was sitting on about 33, 34K now, so I was feeling good. Felt like I could have gone harder, but was totally okay. Rode back into town, raced to, the dismount section, and then literally got off the bike, ran my bike into where it was. And normally, in races, they actually take the bike from you. So this was an extra step that they added. Put on my shoes, run out, and I had this Cocoa Coast with me that I had in that bag, and I wasn't sure whether or not we were allowed to chuck it anywhere or not, but I had about a sip of it and had half of it, and then I kept holding on to it. Feeling really good, by the way, so I stuck to my plan for the first 5K, which was to run 15, 20 seconds pace, a bit lower than what you would for your race pace. So stuck to that, obviously because it was, I was sticking to my plan, everything. I hit my numbers on my bike, I hit my numbers in the swim, so I was feeling good, and I knew this was it. And then after that 5K, it was start running your race pace. So I started running my race pace for 10K, which was 4:50, and then I felt really good. And so I picked up the pace and ran that extra pace for probably another 15K. And you just get carried away in the moment. Well, I got carried away in the moment, and obviously I was running faster than what had been planned, but I felt good. And I hit about 30 kilometers, within the run race, and I knew that I blew it. I started running a lot slower, and I started running my pace that I was meant to run when I just got off the bike, which is the warm-up, and then that pace was increasing to 5.5 minute Ks, and I just knew I had nothing left. So I know now that's a lesson that I learned from this first real race, not to get carried away and to stick to what's known, because at the end of the day, you got to trust the process. Getting to the finish line, honestly, when I started hearing, you are an Ironman, 9 hours, 40 or 9 hours, 30, 10 hours. I was like, I knew that my goal had slipped away when I looked at my watch, and I wasn't going to be able to reach that, which was sub 10 hours. Honestly, at that point, I just wanted to just finish. Then come through that red chute. Honestly, there was one guy behind me actually, but no one was in front of me. So I felt like I was running onto that red carpet, and everyone was just going crazy and berserk. And that moment for me, when I could see the finish line, I was just honestly about to break down and cry.
Congratulations, Jensen, you are an Ironman.
And I crossed that finish line and was so happy. And then I just had to get on my knees and just have a bit of a cry, because I've been through so much pain for the past 12K. I just needed to let it out, and it helped so much having everyone, close friends and family there cheering for you, and even randoms cheering for you. And it was so funny because I was on my knees. They got the medic to come over, and obviously, it's quite a big event for a lot of people, so they probably need, treatment after that. Bustleton, honestly, like I'm going for WA. Bustleton in December 6th this year. Going to have another 5 hard months of training. And yeah, I'm going for low 9s. It's a big stretch from what I've just done, but I know the lessons that I've learned. I've got 5-6 months to train for it, and it's a flatter course. And I know where I can pick up where I lost in that race. So let's go, baby!